I'm Shawna Lee. This is Infinity Readings, and this is the reading for Gemini, spirituality, for January of 2026. Happy New Year. Let's get into the cards. The first card that we have for you from the Gaia deck, Gemini, is the King of Water, 14. Someone who is working, I don't know if we're working on our emotions or we're just stable within our emotional self. We very much know where our heart sits. I'll leave it at that. They're going, that's it. That's where we were. We knew where our heart sits. Okay, now we'll move into the present here. Short and sweet. I don't know. Next card, having to deal with the present. Again, when we're talking about past, it's only like a month or so. The recent past. The present brings the Father card. That's kind of like the Emperor card. Someone who's taking charge of how they think and feel and act. This one has more of a pensive energy here, having to do with watching someone mindfully. Yeah, we may have a few of us watching someone's actions around us. This could be a father figure in your midst, looking at your behavior, or you could be doing this outward to someone else. Okay, as we go into the future here, what do we get from the Gaia deck? We get the Ace of Air. Speaks about clarity. Ace of Air is usually about truth coming to the surface. Yeah, this reading is splitting into two here. If you have someone looking upon you quite highly, I feel, okay, if someone outside of you is taking an interest in you, they are watching your emotional states quite highly and how you're going to deal with the truth that comes to light that they may already know. If this is you, the same applies from your perspective. You're going to be looking outward at somebody to see how they emotionally deal with some information of truth that comes at them. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, let's get into the Pulp Tarot again. Pretty hard hitting this deck is for me. It gets under things. No fluff. So, on top of this King of Water, I feel like that's an emotional stability place we were in. Do we stay there? I don't know. But the King of Water, what do we get from the Pulp? 3 of Swords. Okay. We may be healing from some heartbreak of the past is the sense that I'm getting. Yeah, and I get that we might even be someone watching someone else while someone else is watching us. Okay? Having to do with these fields. Either we've been hurt by a partner here or someone very close to us has betrayed us on an emotional level. And yeah, someone's watching how we deal, and we're also paying attention to how others deal in this scenario. It's kind of weird because if we're in this, it's almost like we're not letting ourselves feel in the moment. Everybody's watching everybody to see how, so it's almost like a perspective of watching others more than we allow ourselves to deal with things naturally. That's kind of a weird energy. Now, on the Father card, again, looking for someone's reaction is what I get here. A lot of times, if we're living life naturally, that's just non-existent. So it might be some finagling with things, wanting things to change or wanting to punish someone. I feel like if there's a reaction that comes out, I feel like someone wants to punish them for that, or I don't know what's going on here. It's just weird energy, not in the right place. 5, the Father. On top of that, we get the Ace of Cups. Okay. I feel like our heart sits somewhere. I feel like we've been betrayed by someone close to us, but our heart is overflowing. We may not be allowed to, how's the word? Well, I'm going to finish what I was getting there, but I feel it's not quite accurate. It's like we may not be allowed to go where our heart wants us to go. This is what I'm getting. But secondly, I feel like we've been broken by someone of a heart nature as well. It's just, there's a lot of weird stuff here. Now, in the future, there's a truth that comes with this Ace of Air, okay? I feel like it's not something that's told to us. It's something we see that makes sense with the truth. So it may not be somebody coming, given this truth, but it may be an action someone takes that lines up with a truth we already knew, this kind of stuff. Now, as we go on here, we get the Knight of Cups, and he was upside down. Yeah, we're searching for our cup of love. We have our cup of love here, and we're searching for someone to share it with, is the sense. And we may have been betrayed by someone in the past already, but we're going to continue to move forward. Okay. In the past, again, we were emotionally sound. We've been betrayed. What do we get on top of that past energy? We get the pentagram. Earthly magic. So, okay, that's why all this weird energy, like something's weird. It's because people playing on people's emotions. They're trying to get them to think things differently than they're naturally thinking. Someone might be watching you intently to get you to go in a different direction than you want to go, or than other people know you want to go. And this may be dove into quite highly to a degree that there was a betrayal here. Yeah, microcosm, earthly magic. I feel like, yeah, it's people trying to make things go their way. Okay. Now, if that wasn't you, it could be someone outside of you. Again, I get this. I'm watching and someone else is watching. It could be two people trying to inflict a decision out of each other and it blowing to smithereens so nobody gets nothing. This could be. Now, on that Ace of Cups, again, this is a firm sense of the heart that's coming in here. I feel no connection to it, but okay, let's go on top of that ace. What do we get? We get the flower of life, talking about communion, time and space. So communion speaks to the universal energies from above trying to connect with you. I feel a scheming within all of this. That's not good. This pentagram throws that energy forward. Yeah, we can't do that. In the future, our truth will rise to the surface. I think it's rising to our surface to be seen. And within ourselves, it's rising to be seen. And if we can't deal with that reality of, because I feel like someone's in denial of their own reality, and they're also in denial of something that happened outside of them. They're trying to make it into something that it's not, and it just, you're going to see it more clearly as you go forward, so the denial is going to be harder to uphold. Because people are going to be starting to come into your field to make you understand the reality here. Someone's living in a dream world. They're not wanting to commune with reality. I feel like the universe is communing with them, but the distortion, once it hits them, it's like there's an instinct here. It's like they go the opposite direction. And it's because they're trying to foul up some other person's path, and then another person's trying to foul up our path, so we don't trust anything coming in. Like, it's all mixed up. It's all in the upside down world, really. Now, as we move into the future, there is truth coming to the surface. Again, we're not going to get it verbatim. You're not going to have a written notice, but you're going to see people acting from truths that you already have an instinct of. So you're going to go, I don't know if I believe that, because I feel this is going on. And then you're going to have something happen from that person or from that scenario that's gonna validate your instinct. So this is to train you to go along those paths. But again, I feel this person in denial. They don't want to go along the instinct path because they want a dream world to happen, and it's not happening, and they're not getting real. So Gemini, this is a really frustrating reading, but somebody's in denial of reality. They're gonna have to get real. And the more you don't, the further off your partner will be in the future, is the sense that I'm getting. Because that's what we're really searching for. It's manipulating others. What does it matter if you manipulate someone else? You're either going to get a partner in the future or not. Because I feel like this King of Cups, or this Knight of Cups, yeah, he ain't a king, because he's manipulative. He's going in the future to gain a love. But in the past, we've manipulated others against theirs. We're trying to foul other people's cups up. Wow. Because they're showing me, the love we want for ourselves, we're trying to make other people not gain theirs. They see a love coming to someone they know, and they get in between it. That's bad juju. That's bad karma. You can't, Well, you'll get in between it, but you'll have karma where you won't receive yours on the other end. Like, what are you doing? Somebody here don't understand. If they're in earthly magic, they don't understand how things work. Not only that, there's been a flip. There's been a flip over the last, I would say, up to 3 months, but over the last year here, we're going into a new frequency where you cannot do this unscathed. You will get burned, and not only that, there's karma down the road, and you're going to get it when you just don't want it. They don't understand frequencies. They don't understand. Their heart is not pure here. This Knight of Cups going forward, not pure. Now, Gemini, if that's you, it ain't pure. We're not going to get what we want unless we lay off other people's past. Quit worrying. I'm getting really mad. Quit worrying about other people's lives. Deal with your own. That's it. On top of that, Knight of Cups, I'm scared. What do we get? Yeah, ascend from darkness. You have to ascend from darkness in order to. So that means you have to work within it. And these parameters, not working within. They're working within betrayal, whatever. They're looking for their partner in the future, but I'm sorry. There might be karma here yet. I don't know for sure, not giving me those parameters, but I'll tell you, however many lovers you have split up in your past is really going to come about in your future, having to do with you finding your partner. I would suggest you let go of getting in between other people's partnerships and you deal with your own path forward. That's the only way. And they're not even letting me know what the karma is here. What your karma bank sits at, they're just not saying. But we've had heartbreak in the past. But I'll tell you, everything that you do is being watched. And you are paying too much attention to people that you shouldn't really be paying attention to. Deal with your own stuff. Stay in your own lane. I feel just negative. And this magic card is throwing everything off. Because in the past we're doing that. Unless we drop from that, we ain't going to get nowhere in the future. In fact, we may have lost a partner already. Now, the fortune card, which is upside down, by the way. I'm supposed to note that. The flowers. Be generous, success, and emotional fulfillment are yours if you engage in the proper way. Which means work on the self. Don't worry about what other people are working on. And what you think they should or shouldn't have. It's none of your business. That's how you ascend from darkness. Communion is here. But if we fight for the wrong, again, they will allow you to do this. To gain more lessons. Yeah, that's a frustrating one. I think I'll shut her down. Flowers are here. That's a good sign. It's saying, we can get there from here. So hopefully you do. Gemini, that is your reading for January of 2026. Pretty heavy on the negative. But your flowers are in the future. So if you clean up your path, if you right your wrongs, and if you worry about your own space, you may be able to clear your way as you move into the future with pure love. Because pure love is wanting to come in. But I feel like because we have distracted ourselves with other people's loves or getting in between, they're showing me a wedge. Getting in between like a lot of people's relationships, this is causing problems in our future. So again, we'll see that more clearly as we go forward. It's Gemini, take care, have fun, and be kind, and we'll talk to you soon.